Welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to overlay some text on an video in Flutter for iOS using AVMutableComposition. I have already made a video for Flutter Android as well, so this is only for Flutter iOS. So let me show you the output first. Now do remember, make sure you run this project on a real device only. It will not work on a simulator. It will crash on the simulator because that is a simulator is not supporting this particular feature. That's why make sure you run it on a real device. So I have this pick video button as well as save video. Now these two buttons which you see, these are the only things that have been done via Flutter. Rest everything has been done. Even the video picking part has been done via native iOS itself, and the video playing part has also been done via native iOS. It gets extremely complicated, at least for me, to do like the video playing part, because I know we can do it with the help of the if I have the path of the video, but I was facing some weird issues which I couldn't really resolve. That's why I've moved this entire part to native iOS side. So here we have two buttons. I'll click on this pick video button, and here is one video which I have. I'll just select this particular video. It will start the transformation, and here you can see it has added this coding with nobody text which I had passed to this particular video. Now it does take a second for this text to appear. So if I scroll back, here you can see at the very start it doesn't appear. I don't know why, but later on it does being there, like it doesn't disappear. So yeah, the text is always there. So hopefully you got the I don't know why it does take a little bit of delay for the video for the text to appear. If you have any like suggestions, do let me know in the comments. But here you can see the transformation was done. I can just close this video player. I'll click on save of video, so I can save this particular video to the Photos app as well. I'll click on allow full access, and I'm just printing it to the console once the video has been saved successfully. Okay, again I'll just come back over here. I'll just show you the Photos app, and here you can see the last video has been saved. Again, like I mentioned, it does take a second for the text to appear. I don't know why, but anyways, that's it. Let's see the code. So here, as usual, I have created a Flutter application, and the first thing which you will have to do, go to main.dart. Here you will have to import this Flutter services. Rest, this is the same boilerplate code which you get by default. I've just refactored this my homepage widget, so it is a stateful widget, and here I have created this method channel called overlay platform. Then here I have just taken a scaffold, safe area, column. Inside the column I have taken two text buttons. So for the first text button, click, we are doing this overlay channel.invoke method, and we are invoking this method, and we are passing the title which we want to be get overlaid on. So yeah, you can change this title to whatever you feel like. So this is the method. Same method name we will have to define it on native iOS side as well. And here I have another text button, and on click of it we just do overlay channel.invoke method called save video. Okay, now the URL of the transform video is persisted on the native iOS side, so we don't have to worry about it. But maybe you can add a check on native iOS side that if the URL is empty or nil, then they should throw an error. I'll show you that on native iOS side. But that's it from the Flutter side. Yeah, then you will have to go to the iOS folder over here, go to info.plist, and make sure you add this particular thing, ns photo library usage description, as well as why you need it. This is only required for saving the video, not for picking video. So if you don't want to save the video, this permission is not required as well. Then you just have to go to your Flutter application. So I'll just go to my Flutter application over here, and you will have to go to the iOS folder, double click on this .exe workspace to open it inside Xcode. I have already opened it. Then you will have to go to runner, and here you will have to go to general, and inside minimum deployments you will have to change it to 18.0. I know this might be a deal breaker for some of you, because I do have the code for below 18.0 deployment as well, but the problem is that code throws an error if you upgrade to Swift 6. So there is a concurrency thing which I couldn't really figure it out. So I will show you the code, but I have commented it out for lower iOS deployment targets below iOS 18. So here you can see, make sure you change this to 18.0 over here. sorry, so this should be 18.0. Then you will have to go to this app delegate.swift file. Now if you want to make these changes via VS Code, that's fine as well. Here I have imported UI kit, photos UI, as well as AV kit. Then here we are extending this PHP view controller delegate. This is for picking videos. Here I have created a file manager because we need to save the transform file temporarily inside a temporary directory before saving it to the photos app. Then here this variable for final URL, this text we will get it from Flutter side. Here this is AV player view controller is for playing the video, and here is our Flutter view controller. Then here we just initialize our Flutter view controller. Then here we create a Flutter method channel name overlay platform. So same method name, method channel name what we have defined it on Flutter side. And here we just do Flutter view controller dot binary messenger. Then here we just do video picker channel dot set method call handler. And here this is like we are just overriding this particular method. Then here we just do if call dot method is of pick video. Then we first get the title which we were passing. Then we just assign it to a text variable. Then we just do PHP configuration selection limit 1 filter by videos. And here we just create a PHP view controller, set the delegate modal presentation style is full screen, and present the Flutter view controller. Okay, so once this is done, I'll come back to this later on. The callback comes over here. So once the user has picked a video, we'll come back to this also later on. Just keep in mind we have this wrap up callback. So once the user picks a video, we'll come over here. Now we need to store this video temporarily somewhere, because we can't directly use it as we don't have permission. So for that we have to write this boilerplate code, this entire boilerplate code which I'm showing you. Now even I have copy pasted this code from Stack Overflow and GitHub. I'm not good in this, but this is boilerplate code which you have to do for saving the picked video file temporarily somewhere inside your apps sandbox. So that's what we are doing over here. Once it has been saved, here you can see we are calling this wrap up. In case if there is any error, we send the error back and the path is nil. But in case the path is proper, here you can see we are sending the path properly. And here I think error is nil as well, but in case if there is error, we send the error. And here we finally wrap up, do the wrap up call as well. Okay, so if we come back to the wrap up callback, here it is. So once on that, we just dismiss our picker, and then we just do handle pick video result. So if you see the handle pick video result method, let me just show it to you. So here it is. So I'm just checking whether we have the proper URL or not. If yes, then we create a task, and then we just call this overlay text on video, which I will show you shortly. We pass the URL of the selected video as well as the text, and it will give you the new URL where again that video is saved temporarily somewhere before saving it to the Photos app. So that's what we are saving, that URL inside this final URL variable, and then we just start playing the video with the help of AV player. And for overlay text on video, we create an AVMutableComposition. Then we create an AV URL asset passing the video URL. Then we create a video track as well. So then we get hold of our audio track. We get the duration of the video. Then we load the asset video track. We load the asset audio track. Then we create the time range as well. Then we insert the time range. So same thing over here as well. And then we create an AVMutableComposition. We get the natural size of the video. We set the frame duration. Then we have to create two layers. So this is the parent layer as well as the video layer. Then for the parent layer, it is the size of the video, same for video layer as well. Then we just add the video layer inside our parent layer. Then we have to create a text layer as well. Set the background color, foreground color, string, font size, opacity, alignment mode, and frame for our text layer. And then we just add our text layer to our parent layer. Then here we set the video composition animation tool. Then here we set the instruction as well. Then here we create an AVMutableComposition layer instruction. And then we create an export path as well as export URL. If file already exists at that path, we remove that particular file. Then we create an AV asset export session. We assign it to video composition, optimize for network usage true. And this particular bit of code which you see is iOS 18 and above. So yeah, we have to use something like this, and then we can get the export state as well. Now if you are targeting below iOS 18, then you will have to uncomment this particular bit of line and then uncomment this particular bit of line. But like I mentioned, I think this particular line throws an error if you try to upgrade to Swift 6, and I don't know how to resolve that particular error. That's why I've commented this out. I don't want to pass any wrong information, or I mean, it's not wrong information, but it's just that in future again it will cause problems to anyone who watches my video. That's why. Then here we just return export URL as well. Okay, now coming back to the second method, which we have defined over here, save video. So first, for that we access the Photos app. So for that I have created this method, which I will show you shortly. But once we have the access, and once the final URL is not equal to nil, then we just do this photolibrary.share.perform changes, create request for asset from video, and if it is success, we just print video saved successfully. Otherwise I throw the error. If you want, you can send this message back to Flutter side as well, with the help of, I think, this result thing. Okay, yeah, that's it. And for any other method, I'm just throwing an error, and this is the method for requesting permission from the Photos app. So I think that should be it. Again, I'll simply scroll through this file one more time, because there were a lot of moving parts. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like, in case if you have missed anything. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.